I butchered his name, didn't I?
Shashlo.
Shashlo?
Shashlo.
Shashlo.
I believe well, I'm not really the greatest person for pronunciation.
Shashlo.
Sorry. Shashlo R.
His lone druid. They continue to pull it out. I'm not sold.
I didn't get it in their first FlipSide game today, unfortunately. But if it happens, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's difficult. You know, you've told me because I really like Lone Druid. I actually think he's like an insanely strong hero. But
you know, just what feels like, but a couple of weeks ago he was first ban, first phase. You know.
Yeah, but then we had the Age of the Timbersaw, and Lone Druid is not the greatest.
Even Tinker, very very good against the Lone Druid. Ags, laser, and your bear can't do anything. You're just worthless.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
What?
The Ags Tinker.
We're seeing it though,
like,
whether you're a fan or not.
If you got a lineup of nothing but brawlers, then yeah, I can go with it. But Secret just completely trashed the Ags Tinker. All it did was just delay the inevitable, as Alchemist just was so damn big. Yep. Alliance with this opening, however, is very Alliance-esque, with the Bat Rider in the first two.
Don't know if it's a Bulldog Bat Rider though, or an S4.
My money is going to be on S4.
They did have Bulldog play in the last game.
That's
a nice thing though as a team. It's like, what if, you know, FlipSide's like, okay, we're going to start building up all this mid-counter Bat Rider shenanigans. They can always like flip the script at the end.
Looks like FlipSide are on the same kind of train as my thoughts. Yeah, I butchered that one. Juggernaut safe lane ban as well as a Broodmother off lane ban.
Yeah, no one wants to play against a Bulldog Broodmother. Be stuck in that kind of a game, but
you know, after Bulldog lost, was it the defense? I think he lost. Yeah, it was the defense. He lost, and he was like, I feel so bad. And he went downstairs and he got on his practice PC and just loaded up a pub game and picked Broodmother. Like, I'm like, why would you pick that? Isn't that more work? He's like, I like to win, and if I pick this, I win. I'm like, cool, love it.
He's like, I gotta take out my aggression on somebody. Poor pubs will witness the wrath of my Broodmother.
It's like they can't do anything about it because they have no coordination because it's a pub game.
I couldn't bring myself to be a Broodmother fiend and get my easy pub wins that way.
You're already a fiend. You're already an ES fiend.
Yeah, I like ES
and not the good ES, the bad ES.
This guy who just got banned.
Yeah, the Earth Spirit.
Hey, he's starting to fall off a little, at least in the eyes of some teams.
And then Jirax plays him, and then he
comes back. That's the thing, is everyone's like, oh my god, he's so OP, but they're seeing a Jirax do it, and a crit, and I'm like, these guys are the best in the world at the hero. You know? It's like if No Tail picked up a Meepo, or, you know, whatever else. Of course they're going to be...
still would lose.
They're going to be, like, amazing.
I have Exhibit ESL.
Yeah.
That did not work.
You catch my drift.
The one game they lost against Team Liquid. Lifestealer comes through, they let this guy in. Ricky Maru was still in the pool as well.
Ew.
And Terrorblade, this guy is getting such a workout today. Just sort of in combination with the Shadow Demon from Team Secret. So it was like, have one illusion, have 5 illusions.
I was actually surprised in that draft that, I mean, I understand you don't want to be going against the Broodmother, and admit they banned the Broodmother, but they skipped over the Terrorblade. Like, I was even like, okay, early Shadow Demon, they're going to try to finagle their way into a Terrorblade, but they didn't care.
There was a first pick SD.
Yeah.
And like, you didn't ban the Terrorblade.
Never. Yeah, they opted for a Broodmother ban instead, I think, so
yeah,
it was a bit awkward.
So odd. Like, so odd. We were both sitting here just going, okay. We can see this one coming. In fact, Fox and I were just there going, we know everything that's coming. But at the same time, you now, as FlipSide, you don't have that kind of like bonus of having the SD, and a good counter pick up against a Terrorblade is someone like a Lion. Just because it's so easy to get rid of the illusions going into the later portion of the game. And then you've also got the combo with the Ricky and the Lifestealer. So you can close your distance on the Terrorblade. Thunder is no longer a guarantee. The other upside, which I may say, is the fact that Phoenix Egg, in combination with the Faceless Void, there's very little that's going to be stopping this. Lifestealer can rage up and beat the living crap out of the Egg, but if Void gets the Chrono off, then it's like that side-by-side synergy at least can work, but Phoenix alone, maybe not so much. Just Egg on hills. Yeah. That's Egg on a hill.
They gonna help, and there's not gonna be much Alliance, at least with their current setup outside the battery, they're gonna be able to really do about it. Last ban, they take out the Alchemist, the ever so greedy Alch Terrorblade. We saw it just in the hands of Secret, and Alliance will snag up the Ember Spirit. Very good against the Illusion Hero, so
Yep.
they want the cleave, and
Let's
right
go.
now FlipSide are kind of lacking a lot of the lockdown for an Ember, outside of, you know, the Faceless Void Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if this is going to influence their final pickup to get someone to kind of make sure this Ember doesn't become too much.
Well,
of a
their last pickup they've got is their mid laner. So it's like, who the hell do you even want to run there? Like, you're going up, you're up against what is actually going to be an Ember Spirit mid. So this will be an S4 Ember, a load of Lifesteal and a Batrider for Bulldog. So they do play a bit of a curveball here.
Maybe you just, do you go for just like a classic Invoker grab? You get an Invoker against an Ember?
I'd be worried that the Invoker is too easy to pick off with the Ricky Maru and the Lifestealer combo.
So someone who can be a bit evasive, avoid the early pressure of a Ricky, but also not have too much trouble with a Lifestealer later on. And Batrider. Woo!
You actually know, like... No, that doesn't work. I'm trying to think of someone who's also able to counter with a split push.
Like...
The really stupid thing is, like, I can't Storm on the brain. Like, maybe he could, in a way, do it, but it's not so great. They might also just try and get a little bit more burst damage control themselves, because they don't really have a good synergy with the Faceless Void at all. Like, he Chronos, and then there's nothing. Like, Terrorblade has to have Metamorphosis when the Faceless Void Chronospheres. So normally you look for something more like a Queen of Pain to give you burst damage in, but she doesn't work as well in this lineup either.
Yeah.
It's actually a terrible position. Invoker may be their only choice.
Yeah, what?
Just for pure laning.
Raged mid lane core who can match up. They're going to go melee. They're going to go Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
Feels very... With the exception of the fact that obviously, you know, DK, Terrorblade, very push-heavy heroes, it can feel a little anti-synergetic between their lineup, you know?
Technically, it ticks the boxes of what I was looking for. Someone that can tank a gank, someone that can provide burst damage into the Chronosphere, even if it is just going to be a Breathe Fire. And you do have range form to attack into Chrono, but FlipSide are going to have to play around their cooldowns so heavily.
You can say the same for Alliance. Alliance could play around the FlipSide cooldowns. If FlipSide, whatever, make that committed jump, dish out everything they can, and it doesn't work out, Alliance could just turn it right back around because they're a lineup who doesn't really have to worry too much about cooldowns. Yeah. Relatively low cooldowns on their side.
They got so many things they can just couple, like, so easily, too. It's at this point I kind of almost wish that it was a Lifestealer in the hands of Bulldog, and you put the Batrider in the mid just to walk over DK. Because I think S4 could just completely zone him out of the lane.
That's true.
If they switched up like that.
But then what? We get Loda on Ember Spirit.
Yeah,
Have we ever seen him play Ember Spirit? I feel like someone said that Loda just doesn't play Ember Spirit. Has he ever played it? I think he just doesn't play that hero. I can't. I remember a player.
You could open Dota Buff. I can't. We can find out. Oh, predictions. We got pauses. All right, Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this.
I was very startled by this and how it pops up throughout the whole game, too.
Player with the highest total physical damage done to heroes at the end of the day.
Ooh, I mean...
Hey, they did it. They actually switched it. No, never mind. I'm tripping.
I feel like Loda is a safe bet, maybe, on this one, if not him.
I actually want to say it's going to be S4, primarily because I have more confidence in S4.
Okay.
But we can have different choices.
Yes.
Play with the highest sort of magic or pure damage done to heroes.
By 25 minutes.
Who the hell is that going to be?
Could be... I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you want to do with this? I'm gonna go.
I might go S4 on that one. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Phoenix. That's really the best choice. You know what?
That's a hard one.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm gonna go RK. I'm gonna RK. Right. When will first blood happen?
That's a bold.
Early rotations. I'm gonna go 69 minutes. We've only got 20 seconds left. Total number of player deaths at the end of the game.
26 to 40. I'm in. Okay.
That's actually a pretty good one. Yeah, I'm down for that. 26 to
Alright.
40.
We're locked in. Now we just watch the game and say nothing, right?
Yeah, wonderful.
Okay.
And we'll just see if we're right. And
We'll
then
call
go.
out the predictions
We'll do
and
it.
make sure
I
it's
feel
all
so
good.
pressured. I want to be pressured.
Oh.
EGM. Swipe. Swipe.
They don't have
Swipe.
a sentry?
Swipe. I don't think he really meant to do that, but he attacked.
Double runes going for Alliance.
EGM's winning. EGM's winning predictions of that one attack that he just did.
Nice.
And then he gets the D-Ward as well out in the mid lane. That is the greatest start you could have for a Ricky. He can freely attack into Take Me Wild now.
Still has an extra sentry to even work with now, and oh
Yeah,
goodness.
there's no sentries on FlipSide at all.
This is going to put them a bit on edge, for sure. And Bulldog is going to have quite the fun time up here, I'd imagine. The 1-on-2 with the Ricky influencing a bit. This is going to give him a pretty hot start.
With 3 sticky napalm charges too. EGM, okay, make that
Oh,
4 on
he
Van
is-
Score. He tried to turn around. EGM enjoyed it. As Van Score going to go for the stun. Bulldog, Seedoy very early on. Triggering off that Metamorphosis. He did not want to do this. But it's like he had no other choice.
Looks like it's going to force the Phoenix to kind of rotate in here, too, for a little bit of extra assistance.
Oh, they
Forces
dust.
fled. Oh.
They find EGM. Sunray is now going to turn on. And here's the burn. EGM going to run down the path. This dust will last for another 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And he is back in Viz. And you can't do jack about that.
That is a pretty reasonable commitment to not really get much out of it. Now you have Van Score with no mana to work with, and I don't know. And now EGM can just kind of go back in the dark. It looks like he will deny himself after already purchasing out a TP and a Fairy Fire and some Tangos for himself. So he'll head on back.
Wait, what? No!
Does that count
No,
as
no,
a
no,
player
no, no!
death? Is that a player
No,
death?
no, that does not count. That does not count.
According to Dota predictions, it does.
That's God, Dota. Okay, we also had Dota predictions saying that a smoke gang didn't count because the Dark Troll Summoner attacked first.
I did a prediction earlier that Advenom was going to win, and they said I was wrong and that no one won. They said none. They said none won. I couldn't believe it.
Well, really?
Oh, bottom lane.
The charge slow. 1 second. 1 second is not enough, and we both failed on that one. We're both incorrect. It was 0 to 3 minutes on the off-lane Faceless Void. That should not happen.
Yeah.
I-
That's not like the teams being over-assertive, trying to, make first bloods happen. That is just what felt like a misstep, and FlipSide just getting a little ahead of themselves in the bottom lane. And Alliance, a team that we know can punish mistakes very easily. They've been around the block.
It just shouldn't happen. Like, there's no burst damage to get around Time Walk. So Chargelo put himself in that position. Like, he got attacked a couple of times, Arcade could chain his stuns, but he'd already used Time Walk very early on. And you just have to play defensive at that point. There's no other choice.
An Arcane Rune that had been ignored for 50 seconds. S4 is going to be very happy to ball that one up and takes his business back to the mid lane. How's their CS going? He's at 12 and 2. DK's getting a bit of the better trade.
Take me wild, be mindful of this. Alright, it's time to do it. It's time to do it.
What are we doing?
It's Courier Cam.
Courier Camp?
What? What?
He's like, maybe I'll wait for the safe
What?
return.
What?
He'll get it now. And a 1.
No!
And a 2.
He just did the damage!
And okay.
It's
that's
Ricky
the
Maru
end of
just
it.
did the damage!
All right then. Well,
Alright.
okay.
The downside about Ricky Maru, if it was a bounty hunter, he would have had the damage to find the
for
kill.
Sure.
But, yeah, thought you would have at least tried to snipe that out a little bit at the start, and then let S4, like, I suppose S4 doesn't have level 6, so he couldn't just jump and go. And maybe that was the debate in EGM's head, like, I don't have enough damage to find the courier kill. Chargelo, nice Hex, RK still holding on to the stun, perfect chain, and goodbye Faceless Void.
Just a great amount of lockdown, and with that, can't even get the time walk off. Poor guy will be going down 2-0.
Admiral Bulldog, what a wonderful rune to grab. VS as well as Phoenix are bearing down your position, and all of a sudden, in misery. Also, I'm just going to say VS's set is very underwhelming with the wings.
Let me see this.
Look at that. Like, with the helmet, like, let the hair flow. Like, she needs some soul glow right now.
Well, my graphic quality is like really low, I guess, on my computer. It just looks like hot garbage like everything else in the game, so.
Well.
But I see what you mean.
Yeah, luckily we sit next to each other. Nice radiant scan, right smack bang on top of Metapum.
Helping out the compendium challenge, of course. Gotta make sure you scan effectively.
I swear that literally just came in, so they're like, hey, can people actually use this tool?
Yeah, they're like, guys, remember, this is a new thing in the game.
Oh.
Please don't forget the tiny icon above your mini-map.
I still find it really amusing with like with the scan animations and such.
Just feels so unfamiliar to like how long like I've just been around Dota. All these new elements, man.
Shashlo is setting up.
And
Oh,
rinse and
with a
repeat.
smoke screen, he can't even. Okay.
And that is the lullaby of Broadway.
Well, and all that jazz.
Very nice. All right. Mid lane, S4ing a little bit of pressure. Looks like we'll see our first dragon form. As I imagine, maybe TMW is going to be softening up the mid lane tower, or try to, but not really able to kind of get in there. So we'll just have to kind of settle for what we can.
Okay, so top lane pressure. Seedoy, are you real? This tower, like, the amount of damage it should have taken by now should be a lot higher than what it's got. But Bulldogs has been holding the lane properly. And now, take me wild. S4 jumps in. He's currently in a little bit of trouble thanks to the Sun Ray of Phoenix taking a lot of damage. He does have a Spirit available. If he's going to jump to it at the moment, maybe no. He actually doesn't have the mana to jump to it. That's why he's not letting it go. He goes up onto the higher ground and away. And now EGM, a 3-man smoke screen. RK, this guy's on speed right now. Running in from the side. Vanskor hexed up as well. RK. 100% involvement across the board. 2 kills, 3 assists out of the 5 of Alliance. Right place, right time, right bat channel.
And right rune. How nice. A haste rune for him there at the bottom. S4 chanting a little bit of his own love and allows him to kind of intercept and be a part of the action sooner than later. And with that, it sets up a good thing. And 5-0 start for Alliance. And a game where they really need a win, as you mentioned before, to be able to stay at least in that top 5 and make it into the playoff bracket. So
I'm losing at the moment for physical damage.
yeah? Who's taking it?
It's Loader, who's actually currently ahead. I was right on the other side of things, though. The highest magical pure damage is actually... My pick was RK, but it's actually S4. So I've got this, like, maybe the wrong way around.
Oh, that was mine. Oh, yeah.
You're looking good then. However, I'm a failure!
Well, as it stands here, I'm curious to see how Sedoy wants to play as Terrorblade, because, I mean, how would you classify like an MV Terrorblade? He loves to, I want to say, draw attention to himself. He loves to pressure towers, pull the team into where they know where they are.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sedoy likes to play it a bit more preserved, just based on his lone druid play we've been seeing.
It just seems really, like, odd, though. Like your primary thing, like, with Terrorblade, it's almost like the same thing as a Druid Ranger. If you stop pushing, the hero is going to start to become useless. Just because like, you're not making the most of Metamorphosis. It's the one hero where you have an ultimate at level 1. That's the way I look at Metamorphosis. It's just so damn
Bottom
big.
lane.
Yeah,
We got a Ricky bomb.
there you go, Shashlo. And Ricky Pullman being online is also dangerous. You need to start removing this map control of Alliance. Bulldog's going to make this difficult for you. There's no doubt about it. But he's not going to stop this push. So by 8 minutes, Tier 1 tower going down, I'm okay with this. But they have to keep pushing. The DK Dragon form has to be next. So Metamorphosis in 2 minutes, you rotate towards that mid lane, you work with the DK, you go for another tower. Or you try and force a fight when the Chronosphere is up by with Shashlo. I'm just concerned they're going to get outdone in overall map control.
Yeah.
Because you're up against an Ember Spirit.
I just can't, I feel like they can't do anything. I mean, most would say Ember Spirit at his worst if you can punish him and contain him early. And FlipSide don't have a lineup that can really do a lot off the get-go. I mean, man, maybe Vengeful Spirit could rotate around, but she was up in arms in a bit in that top lane, especially with the Ricky getting involved. And Phoenix is able to participate here and here, but they have no spunk, no huge kill power in this early game. It's frustrating.
Phrasing. Maybe that's just a thing in America that you don't say.
No spunk?
Yeah.
You never heard that?
Oh.
I mean,
Do you know
that definition of it?
Yeah, that. Yeah, I
mean, I've heard that definition of it too, but I think in America at least, when you say someone, that kid's got spunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work.
That'll work.
It's like FlipSide. They've got it too.
EGM's coming in for the bottom lane. I just hit that. I just hit that time of the day, bro. It's just.
Well, trust me, I'm sure there's plenty of Australian sayings like what, fanny. I've heard that be quite a different definition.
Yeah, you call Fanny as an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Which is why, like, when fanny packs came to Australia, we're just like, wait, what the hell? Like, you want to do a what?
We have ass packs.
Yeah. Well, the fanny packs can obviously go on the front side in Australia.
And then they're actually fanny packs, so
Yeah,
it works out.
They actually are. I actually don't know anyone which carries like a bum pack on the bum. Like it's a fanny pack. It's on the front. And welcome to how you view the world from different countries. EGM is about to view the world from the inside of Shashlo's brain.
Poor Shashlo, man. He continues to get punished.
Oh,
He's
too late in the smoke screen.
Almost potentially going to be 5 of what could have been the 7 deaths, but
it's actually a weird way to start that one. Instead of starting with smoke screen to instantly stop the time walkout, like Loda just pops an open wounds, and then you get like that perfect synergy.
yeah.
It may not have been enough damage to have found the kill. Like Faces Boy was the unlucky one for them to find, but still, tower trade time.
I have to say, because EGM has been very active across the map, hasn't really been having a whole lot of meat time, so lacking a little bit in the level department, but luckily the Mighty Frog has added these tomes to make things easier for supports. And he'll be able to kind of get back in the corner.
Chronosphere's off, Flame Break, cancel off Phoenix, Admiral Bulldog just sitting there and watching. Looks like he doesn't even reveal his position just yet. The tower's going to go down. I thought he'd at least try and screw with the Sunray.
Now they've got Spunk. They have a Faceless Void Chrono to work with. So.
Now they should be killing Take Me Wild.
Now they can kill.
He has waited so long, and the rest of his team has already left him. He didn't get the memo. He got left in the aisle.
His team's probably even saying, like, dude, that's your problem. Should have bailed.
It really is. Like that's one of those moments like, oh, I thought you guys were with me. Oh, I looked around and everyone had left me. It's an apocalypse.
FlipSide need to step back, shake that one off, get back into the grind. They're going to have some soul time now for their bird, who is trailing behind as well. Needs to at least get that first level of egg built up for himself a bit. And Faceless Void, as mentioned, continuing to be punished a bit. Was able to get the chrono, able to make good work out of it, but they need more. And as you can see, EGM stalking.
Cedo being very patient.
But he's like, I see ya.
Well, he doesn't know. Cedo hasn't attacked yet.
Yeah.
So EGM has no idea the sentry was still going to be there.
That possum play, I like it. And he also crosses over the sentry in the mid lane. Well, the creep wave is not there, so he's not even spotted on that front, so that's another safe sentry.
Maybe different types of possums here in America. You talk like possum play where you wait, and you wait.
You play possum?
See, in Australia, the possums, they don't wait.
They just attack.
They just maul.
Yeah.
That's...
American possums, probably.
American possums are too passive.
Maybe they're just too slow and passive. I'm learning a lot.
Just beat the crap out of American animals who aren't that dangerous.
Peter.
Possums I can really destroy.
Bottom lane, jump in, lasso finger. Now you see him, now you don't.
Yeah, Faceless Void gone. Still waiting for the top lane to initiate, but like S4 didn't want a bar of it. And Arcade's in very, very deep. Puts down a very deep Observer Ward. Gonna find Vanscore. No Finger of Death, obviously used already on the Faceless Void. But reveals the fact that the Ancients are being done. And it's kind of like the big downside of FlipSide. They don't have great Ancient clear, unless you're going to commit the Dragon Knight to come over and clear up the Ancients.
Yeah. Which means they also don't have the best Roche lineup right now. It's okay with the help of the wave of the Vengeful Spirit, but it's going to be a while before they can even battle it out with the big boy too, so...
Well, FlipSide are going to force an issue now. Bulldog's got the Firefly, so most of the creep wave's going to start burning pretty heavily. Cedo is in the middle of his Metamorphosis. So they got a lot of push power. Flame Break's more of a pain in the butt than an actual hindrance. And EGM, well, there's no Sentry Ward this time around. Take Me Wild's hovering around the mid.
Oh. It looks like, yeah, they...
Yeah, Take Me Wild is so dead.
Yep,
Hexed up, smoke screened up. Easiest destruction ever. Oh, baby!
Man.
No.
He's a tough cookie, though, for 4-on-1.
Most definitely dead.
Took a little bit, but look at this response from FlipSide. They smoke, they intercept, they look to see if they get a jump here. Loda?
Leave Chrono. We need to turn that armor on before this happens.
Nice.
And he'll end up just burning inside the Sunray. And they trigger Metamorphosis again, but it's now... Wears out.
Not looking good for my death count here. Looking like a you know pretty slow paced game. 9 to 2.
How many did you put?
I think I put.
Oh, we had 26 to 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. We're only at 12.
We'll
I
see.
don't think we're gonna have that much more than that. And I'm most definitely wrong with this. You are right with Loader.
I almost think it's gonna be under at this rate, but we'll see.
And cleaning this stuff up without having Metamorphosis.
Yeah, it's
so
gonna take a
long,
while.
so painful.
It's a family effort here.
You commit 3 heroes to this, and then S4. Oh, he missed it. Missed the Searing Chains on the Phoenix on the top lane. But at least now he'll just move forward. He'll creep skip it. And this tier 1 tower will drop. So the trade-off you have for killing off the Ancients is just the fact like you're probably going to lose your tier 1 tower on top.
We got a Riki bomb here, folks. Here he comes. Looking to stalk out, catch anything in the top lane. Going to be a little too late possibly for the Phoenix. Nope. Phoenix
Wait for
actually being
it.
a bit forgiving.
Phoenix again, like Icarus die is going to get him away, so they need to get the smoke screen to start with and then rip him apart. And he actually, no, it was on cooldown. And he potentially could have Nova'd, but Loader being raged up, that Nova would have been easily mopped up.
Yep. Easy, quick pick, man. Alliance, very proactive for a team that typically can play a little bit more reserved in the laning stage and kind of be, you know, a bit more disciplined.
It's a Riki lifesteal though.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not rotating with this hero combination, then you're doing something seriously wrong.
Well, they're making it work. They're finding the rotations right now. And FlipSide continue to be a little bit stuck in the rut right now, suffering the repercussions from a difficult laning phase here, trying to make the comeback. Sasha was able to gather 1,300 gold as a build-up for himself, but still a ways off the mark in as far as follow-up damage behind this Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's been a hard knock life for him at the moment.
Nice.
Admiral Bulldog and RK on the hunt again. Observer wards down. The scan was a little bit deeper and already take me wild. Okay, well, I was going to say, he's TPing himself to a really, really safe lane. But Admiral Bulldog will now rotate in. Wait a little bit longer before he Fireflies, Blink, Lasso. And then it's going to be the Dragon Knight going down. They can move over and then attack to the tier 1 tower. But on bottom lane, this is the power of the Terrorblade, easily able to force down the lanes. But it comes at a trade-off. You're still going to lose your tier 1 tower in mid. EGM is waiting, so this smoke maneuver instantly going to be scouted out. They trigger the dust, they leap forward. You get a chrono for a Riki Maru. If Team Liquid taught us anything, it's the fact that you are happy for a Riki Maru to die because all you do is you kill the bus.
They will lose their mid-tier 1. Could have been Swifter, unfortunately the Phoenix throwing himself into the bubble, but as mentioned, the Riki does end up going down. But now we're going to be seeing a Lifestealer finish out his Echo Saber here. Put that together with the Blightstone. This guy packs a punch.
No one saw that. I don't even know why that's even on.
What happened? Ah. Everybody wants to be your friend when you're casting.
What?
Everybody wants to be your friend when you're a caster. It's like, I would love to get my name on there.
Yeah, I had it turned off in the other room. I had to switch.
Well, as it is right now, Alliance continue to trench on forward, though. Biggest CS, 172. Surprisingly, this Terrorblade continues to grind out as best as he can. And ahead in the net worth still by 2K. This doesn't feel like this is going to be enough or satisfactory here for FlipSide. I feel like there's plenty of answers still from the side of Alliance. Do lack a little bit in the silence department, but with plenty of lockdown available, I mean, you have now Ake with his Blink Dagger complete on the Lion, so he's pretty much a whole new hero.
Yeah. And there's such a big danger zone as well for FlipSide. Because it means you're going to lose these heroes really, really quickly. You take out the back lines, the FlipSide supports just disappear. Potentially as well. I'm not going to say the Terrorblade's going to get blown up, but he's only got 1400 HP. With a Finger of Death and some good control, and with the extra help, like Lifesteal has now got 3 different options he can infest into, if he's not using it to farm up lanes. And S4 is also going to become a real problem. Once that Battle Fury is done, then FlipSide's teamfights become a lot more risky to be involved in. Just because of the amount of damage which can be amplified by having more of Seedoy.
Yeah. This is good. It's going to be very difficult for FlipSide to kind of push on forward with any sort of objective gaming. Eventually, even S4 could pick up something like a Blink Dagger and would be able to easily sidestep what could have been the lockdown potential from FlipSide and something like the Chrono. DK might try to get a Blink. Do you think it's necessary for him to get a Blink so that he can help in trying to get a catch on someone like the Ember?
You know what? I'm actually wondering about that myself. You could look at a DK like we saw, I think it was Team Liquid that did it at ESL 1 Frankfurt, where you just built tanky. Like, you just survived through absolutely everything. They don't have a jump and initiator, which makes me lean down the lines of having a Blink Dagger or a Shadow Blade over on him. Okay, we can come back to this in a bit, but right now, EGM, tricks of the trade. Actually gonna dodge, the Dire Courier gets sniped, versus the Lasso, Vanscore gets popped. You get a good Crowsphere off on EGM as well as Loda, and Bulldog. Loda will come up, that Nova will not be able to complete in time. 2 heroes lost for FlipSide. And they're looking for a little bit more. Loda, low on life, invests into EGM. Searing Chains keeping the Dragon Knight back and out of this fight. As EGM needs to bail, the Observer and Sentry are still sitting around Roshan, but they loop around the back, and they're coming in again. They know there's no Chronosphere. The Dragon form is up for a while. Metamorphosis, however, will wear out shortly, and then it's like free gold.
And just finishing off this tier 1. Last tier 1 standing. Good access point to get to the Roche. Would be nice to remove that, so if Alliance wanted to kind of intercept and get the Roche themselves, they could be able to do it. But look at this.
There's your jump, the double stun, perfect from RK. And they just rip apart the rest of Alliance. Rest of FlipSide, just there. And then take the T1 tower, other way around.
Nice stuff from them. And the map opens up even more for Alliance, so.
They can actually do Roshan now.
And with the Blightstone, makes it a lot easier here for Loda to kind of participate in that one. But it looks like they have other plans. They've drawn on the map that their next move would be maybe a potential move up towards the top lane here. Maybe anticipating the Terrorblade's going to be residing, and maybe they'll try for any sort of smoke movement to catch him out. He is the real big threat on FlipSide. And he's getting close to finishing out his Manta. I mean, 3,700 gold. Looks like he's pretty much set there.
Yeah, he's definitely getting bigger. Yeah. I'm actually wondering if completing Manta makes a lot of sense to break, but also Skadi is something he should definitely be looking into. And up against someone like a Lifestealer, the ability to kite it is maybe even worth going directly into the Skadi.
That's true. We'll see. Save as the stat game. I could not fault him on that one.
Okay.
Oh, jump in and forces the bird back.
He's got Finger of Death. Ake needs to get
birdie.
more of these. Like, I need to be able to get my magical damage output up, please, Ake.
He was leader, and I think Bulldog took over since then. So.
Yeah, since everyone keeps walking through Firefly,
That's what.
it's definitely helping his case.
It's on them.
All right, so Alliance now will look to start up Roshan. That's an easy way to get a whole bunch of stacks. You pick up an Arcane Rune over on a Batrider. And they pop out too.
Do FlipSide have any sort of means to possibly stop them from doing this, if they even care to, if they even knew it was happening? It looks like neither, potentially.
When Chronosphere is up, you actually do have really good options. Phoenix fighting around Roshan Pit is really, really good. The problem you have is, right now, FlipSide aren't there. You can't use abilities if you're not there.
Yeah, and the lanes are kind of pushed forward, so it's not very, you know, oh, Alliance are not in the lanes, but, you know, they might just be kind of working in their own jungle. Nonetheless, it goes down, S4 picks it up. Now Alliance have an extra tool to work with, and already a pretty heavy favored team fight that they have going for them.
Yeah, Alliance look very, very stable here. And so we do get the Shadow Blade over on the DK.
Okay.
So he does need the engagement. I don't know if I was just thinking something like an Assault Cuirass, but they really do need something. But the problem is with the Silver Edge, like, you'd have to go instantly into the Dragon Tails and make it so S4 can't react. You might get him before he gets the Flame Guard up. So if that happens, then you actually have a chance to kill S4.
Yeah. Plus, maybe you can get Harry with a Blink Dagger, an Invis Ricky could end up poking in the back lines. A Flame Break could, you know, force you to not have that precious initiation.
Oh,
and,
Blink. Chrono gonna go on S4. He's burning inside the Sunray. They'll take out the Aegis Immortal, but then Blink Lasso. Nice quick swap, gonna cancel that one off. Vanscore doing his work. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. Phoenix is out so quickly. It's a perfect storm. Like, Okay, yeah. Tito can try and stand his ground here.
Oh.
Loader, okay. Finds the kill. EGM low. He's underneath the sentry wall with the catapult attacking it. He's going to reveal that fact, but he pounces forward and throws away his life. Tito will do the work.
All right, that Terrorblade with his Scotty. He's a beast.
Heavy tank, able to kite. I don't know why EGM decided to go back into this one, but S4 jumps in and goes to town. So at least he's able to pick up the end of it all.
And he ends up taking that bounty that he just picked up for himself. So nice little nod there for Alliance, but maybe Alliance, I don't know. Would you say that they maybe underestimated the potential of the Terrorblade there? Maybe they didn't happen to click on him and see that he had a Scotty now, but
they definitely didn't know the Scotty was up when that fight began. But it was also one of these weird things, like you understand they want to fight because the Aegis, the Mortal Triggers, the Ember Spirit still got a lot to work with. The fact they were able to eliminate the VS as well as the Phoenix straight away from the fight also was fantastic. But then they just didn't have enough damage, and that's where you show the weakness of this Alliance lineup. Unless Loader is actually hitting someone properly, which is now very difficult when the Skadi is up, you're not finding other sorts of damage. You need it to come from the Ember Spirit, and I think S4 is also understanding he's a little too weak to be in these fights. So by picking up, like, what I assume could be a Skadi of his own,
yeah, I mean,
he should be able to tank and actually help kite out FlipSide themselves.
Yeah, it's definitely S4 looking to be a bit more durable, especially after that last fight. And with that, Alliance might be kind of tempted to just play a little bit more selfish now. Oh,
they have an opening, but the sentry was there. Events go blink, lasso. You commit the fog, you commit the infest. They really want to find that kill. And EGM's looking for more. Blinks up, goes after the DK.
Got him. And that dust too.
And making sure he can't hide inside a Shadow Blade, but it's on cooldown. 2 more seconds into Dragon form. Now Chrono from Shashlo, able to catch out Loader and EGM, but you need a follow-up here. The Nova's there. RK can't get rid of this himself, so this Nova, it will hit the deck, getting the extra stun on Loader, and now it's up to Seedoy. The damage output with the extra slow. 2 heroes lost from Alliance, and Alliance way too over-aggressive, feeding more kills to FlipSide. And the monster that is the Terrorblade. 4K net worth now in front.
Whoa.
He's got 4.6k gold that's sitting up his sleeve.
That's not good. For Alliance, at least.
It's great for FlipSide.
They're fantastic for FlipSide. This guy's 7-1-1 right now.
This keeps FlipSide's hopes alive. If they can win this game, then they still have a chance. Because if they lose this, they got 4 losses to their name. Out of the 5 games they will have played.
No
At that point,
pressure,
you're just like, I don't think I'm going to make the... I'm not going to make the cut. I'm sorry. You're just out. Seedoy.
Uh-oh.
They need this. They need this. Lasso up in 1 second time. Bulldog can force Saf up to get that lasso on him, dragging Seedoy back. And now in comes S4. They need that control. Even with Sunder, if they can get the timing right, yeah, they can. The sticky napalm made it impossible for him to turn around in time.
That is so unfortunate. He's like, I'll get you yet. No.
I'll get you and your little dog, too.
Fortunately, though, can't even make the turnaround play. Good pickoff for Alliance. They have slain the beast.
Vansko's dead. He is so dead.
He's like the opposite side of the Terrorblade spectrum, unfortunately. So he is a very easy pickoff for Alliance, who's just simply trying to create a bit of space and some vision advantage so that they can have more opportune farm points for this Terrorblade mid lane. Ricky Bomb?
Yep, they jump, they dust. This is when the Shadow Blade doesn't work so well. Simple detection is all they really require. EGM, not obviously, like, he doesn't need to get a gem, just having dust is enough and doesn't put himself. Okay, he had wire gem anyway, so thank you. Cast a curse. I'm like, dust is the reliable way. Like, if FlipSide take a good fight and steal that gem from him, then he's actually the one in trouble.
That's true.
Either that or he could just give it to somebody else, like Bulldog. Bulldog drops his smoke and holds onto the gem.
Oh,
Blink, lasso, that's a long way in, but they're able to find Met Pump. Very quickly taking him out. VS gonna swap way. Whoa, Vansko, whoa, hold the phone. Seedoy now tries to fight himself. The stuns come out. They look to Loader, slowing him down. The Hex will be over on Shashlo as they move inside the cloud. But it's really problematic when RK gets the finger of death off and Seedoy starts to drop. The damage is there from Loader with the double kill. S4 kept the extra control. And FlipSide, you may have had a great fight up on top lane, but They should have hit the banner.
What was that swap lead in? It felt like they were looking to make the commitment, but they were not quite ready. The swap was there, and then the Terrorblade showed up, but it was a bit too late. It ended up being an awkward situation where Loda was able to just walk himself out from the troubled zone, and they ended up just flipping it back around on well, FlipSide.
Dude, VS had a concept. It was auto asphyxiation, and he thought it was a good idea.
He was just like, it's my time. Let's go! And it leads into them potentially losing nearly 2 set of racks.
He stuns over. Wow, this is the commitment to kill off EGM. The Sunray is out from Medbomb, which is actually helping FlipSide stay in this fight a little bit longer than they really deserve to. They were fighting 3 heroes into 5 Alliance. And that's going to be 2 lanes of racks. And it's really, like, it's not the game yet because the tier 2 tower is still up on bottom. But FlipSide have currently had both their legs broken, and they're playing without opposable thumbs.
Yeah, I mean, with all of that, that is a huge boost of money for Alliance. And now you're going to see S4 able to easily split pressure these lanes, and eventually Alliance can just segue themselves down this bottom lane and finish the job they had started here. FlipSide can try to stall things out as much as possible, but that means that this mid lane, top lane are always going to need some sort of attention. And with the line FlipSide have, and where the deficit they're already in, their best hope is to be together as a team. So it's going to be very, very tough.
Sido is building a Monkey King bar. Loda finishes up his Assault Cuirass. Sido is only like 100 goldish away from it. Oh, wait, no, he's buying Daedalus.
Whoa. Just raw damage, it looks like.
I was actually wondering if we get the Monkey King bar just because of the issues of Cloud.
That's true, yeah. That could be a problem, but I guess he wagers that he'll be able to walk out from the Cloud and get the right click off, I guess.
After he doesn't have a BKB and Ricky Marius picked up a Diffusal Blade.
I mean, from the fights I've seen with him, he can barely turn around, let alone get off attacks or walk away from a Cloud, so I don't know. I mean, does anyone on his team maybe have a Force staff to help the poor guy? Not yet. Maybe Phoenix is getting one. He is getting one. Okay, that might help.
Kami Wild, EGM walks into the corners. Shadow Blade doesn't protect you from this.
Yep.
Locked in. Okay, well, maybe Dragon's Blood. Oh, the Chrono catches 2. Arcade with a Finger of Death. They're able to ensure the kill. Their Chrono not doing enough work. And they need more damage. Sharshlo is dropping too quickly. The Phoenix Egg will pop off, and it's EGM who's still not dead yet. Now finally Sido gets the crit. The gem's on the deck. But you're losing your Terror Blade. And where is, like, the Sunder?
He sundered the Lincolns.
Enough.
He sundered the Lincolns on S4, and it was over. Oh, no.
GG.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're FlipSide. After that Terrorblade huge triple kill, it was like, this is it. This is their time. They will ride on the back of the Terrorblade wings. But no. Alliance.
Great game. We were incorrect on every single prediction, but that's because we rushed it. That's also the reason why this cast was obviously